Good afternoon, internet world, and people who follow Balanced You and look at me. As we are now doing mobility and various stretching things, well, I am anyway, on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:30 to try and just help you guys out with various bits and pieces to help everyone move a little bit nicer, a little bit better. On Tuesday we focused on our wrists, hands and finger mobility, and warming them up and getting them to work nicely. Today we're going to look at the feet and ankles and the toes as well a little bit. So today I'm going to be focusing on just some nice and easy ankle and foot mobilization exercises and techniques. I won't be focusing on more advanced movements where we try to address actual foot and ankle and toe mobility restrictions. We'll look at doing that a little bit later on. Some of the things that we'll do today, yes, will help with ankle mobility or restrictions through that area, but we're not doing anything today specifically to address those issues. We're just doing general ankle warm-up, general mobility kind of stuff that can just help in your everyday life to help to get some movement and better movement through your ankles and feet. Not looking to address real specific kind of things. Coming to you from the B2U office today, as it's a bit noisy in the gym downstairs, so we're doing things from the floor up here. I might have to move around, shuffle around a little bit to find and create space, but that's okay. So, ankle mobility today, we're going to start off and scoot back here with some really easy things called ankle circles, which we can do with like a foam roller, or get like a rolled up towel. Put the backs of your feet on, okay? And we need to do 2 feet at once. I'm just going to scoot back here. We're both at one time, so we're just resting the back, the bottom of our calf, the Achilles on the roller. You guys can look at my feet a fair bit. And we're just going to do nice, big circles, stretching and reaching with our toes, opening up as best we can, okay? And then we'll go the other way. You can do this standing up as well. Obviously you've got to do 1 foot at a time then. But having the resistance of the roller on the Achilles, just with that light pressure, is good. Helps to just free up any minor restrictions that might be through there. It's not going to do anything major, but I feel you get a little bit more movement and rotation doing it sitting down with the roller or a towel under the calf rather than doing it standing up. Okay. And you want to try and go 10 circles each way and then go back the other way. You might feel some restriction or like clunky or chunkiness or grindiness through various movements. And that could be some restriction, or it could just be how your ankles are. But it is something to take note of. Okay, so once we've done a bunch of ankle circles, just do some up and downs. You might feel the ones where we're flexing or extending up. You might feel that through the front of your shin. Flex the toes, pointing, flex, pointing. Okay. So that's our toe circles, more ankle circles, sorry. So that's going to help just get some general mobility into our foot to start off with. Next on, we've got single leg balance. Oh, I need to actually just adjust the camera here. We might not get the whole thing in in frame, but you guys don't need to see my face the whole time, that's okay. So single leg balance, starting off really easy. There's a few progressions here, okay, but basically we are just holding on one foot. You start with your arms out by your sides to help with your balance, okay, and as you can see, Michael, a little bit closer, you can see as you're balancing, the tendons in your ankle are constantly working, and your muscles, and your toe muscles, or your feet muscles, are constantly working to balance and to counter any slight movements that you're getting above the foot, okay? And what you want to do with these is you want to build up to be able to stand one foot for a minute, okay, with your hands out by your side, okay? And then you can increase the difficulty by bringing your hands down by your side, okay, so you have less balance, okay? And then to increase the difficulty again, you can do it with your eyes closed, which removes any point of reference, which does make it a bit more difficult. And then you can also, add some weight. What else can we do? Add some weight to increase the difficulty. And even then, if you're feeling really comfortable with the movement, you can even add in an unstable surface. So like standing on like a rolled up towel or a folded towel, or even more difficult, like you can cut your foam roller in half and then in half, stand on that side of that, or like a wobble board or a Bosu ball, things like that. But again, that's really going to be a lot more difficult, so only look to do that if you're really comfortable with your balance and standing on one leg and being able to handle yourself if you do lose your balance from there, okay? So single leg holds or balancing, it just works those stabilizing muscles and gets the foot warmed up a little bit more to help improve our mobility and range through there. Moving on to the next one after that, we can look at heel lifts, and that's just to work through the foot and the muscles in your calf. So heel lifts, nice and easy. Standing with our feet shoulder width apart. Okay, we're lifting to the balls of our feet. Okay, and then under control, we're slowly lowering back down. Okay, and strong up again. Okay, and slowly back down to the heels. You want to do probably sets of 2 to 3 sets of 10 of this, so 10 reps, 2 to 3 times. Okay, and then again, if you want to add some resistance to make this more challenging, you can hold like a kettlebell or a light weight as well. And slowly controlling down. Okay. Up. And then slow down. Next progression from this is actually toe raises with a heel dip. Okay. So you've got a step or a box or anything that's elevated. I know you guys are missing seeing my face, but I've limited space. So, toe raise with heel drop. Okay, you might need something to help you balance, like a pole or a roller or something like that. Okay, we're standing up on our toes, extending up, maintain your balance, and then controlling down, getting the heel to come below the level surface of the step, and then controlling, I'm not very good at it, back up, and then back down, up, controlling down, up, and down, changing sides. I'm going to work up to doing 5 and then 10 reps. Trying to stretch out the calf as best you can when you're dropping down into the heel. I do have some work to do on my calf flexibility there. Okay, that's toe raise to heel dip, or heel drop. And that's going to just increase our flexibility through our calf, strengthen our foot, ankle muscles through there. Okay. Next one's really cool, and you'll look quite funny doing it. And that's our toe walk and heel walk. So basically, you want to walk 5 to 10 meters up on your toes. So you're mimicking wearing your high heels, but without the heels. So walking 5 to 10 meters up on our toes here. Okay, so this is really stretching out those muscles in the base of our feet and strengthening our toes, getting movement and extension through the toes. So once you've walked 5 to 10 meters, we then want to change to walk on our heels. So yes, you will look a little odd doing these ones. But again, repeating 5 to 10 meters. And we'll change up onto our toes again. Getting that extra work through the toes and the calf. And the heels, I'm going to get work through the front of the shin, so the muscles at the front of the shin, keeping those toes pulled up and balancing on the heel. Can be hard work depending on how much restriction you have. But that's another good one. You probably feel quite tired through the front of your shins after doing that one, but it does involve a little bit of extra work there. You want to do that 3 to 5 times. Okay, so 5 to 10 meters, and then you switch and go over to your heels, and then back to your toes after another 5 to 10 meters, and we want to do 3 to 5 sets of that. Okay. Moving on is one that you can do without much space, and they're called Lego crawls. Okay. Basically, it's mimicking how children play on the floor. What you'll see is children will sit like this, play with whatever they're playing with, okay, and then they think, oh, I want to get that thing over there. They'll rock forward on through their toe, pick up whatever it is, and come back. So that's why they were named Lego crawls. I didn't call them that, but it's a pretty good name, pretty intuitive. So we can load back onto the back foot here, and it's going to stretch out on the back foot, the foot and the muscles through the front. So you can see here, I'm sitting back onto the foot. Okay, so we can iron out a little bit through there. Okay, and then we're rocking forward onto the toes and loading up through the toes and trying to bring that the knee as far forward as possible, and loading here through the toes, and you guys can see, loading through the toes and getting as far forward as we can. Okay, and then we rock back again, one on the desk, rock back, rock forward. You have a little bit of pulse here as well, that's okay. Pulse, work through, feel where the restriction is. For me, it's definitely my big toe. And then rocking back. And you do that 5 to 10 times on one side, and then we change sides and do it on the other side. I can't just do my left, otherwise I'll be uneven. Iron out this back foot, and then rocking forward, load through the toes, feel that, and load up on the toes there. Really you'll feel a bit of a stretch in the base of your foot, on the sole of your foot, stretching those muscles there, and coming back. Again, we do this 5 to 10 times per side, and we probably want to roll through this at least 3 to 5 times to get benefit. Doing it just once probably is not going to get much change. Definitely not in any period of time anyway. Okay, so pulse through here again. Cool. And okay, so there's Lego crawls. And the last one we're going to look at today So as I said before, these are just general mobility exercises for our feet, ankles and toes. We're not looking to address any actual mobility deficiencies here. Those exercises are a little bit more involved, and we'll go through those at another time. These are just general ankle, foot and toe mobility exercises to help with mobility throughout the day, or to start your day off, or before you exercise, do these kinds of exercises to give you a little bit more range of motion. These aren't to address any serious mobility deficiencies that you might have. But here we've got weighted sissy squats with a hold. Okay, so a sissy squat, there's many different variations called a sissy squat. This one is we're doing them up on our toes, okay, and basically we're squatting down, okay. But we're going to use a weight and we're going to hold here and load through the toes. Okay, so I'm going to hold the weight just in my tummy and squatting down. Keep those heels up, load through the toes here, okay. And you can just hold this for as much as you can bear. It might be quite very uncomfortable, or it might feel okay. We're definitely stretching out the muscles in the bases of our feet. We're strengthening our ankles, okay? Also loading the quads. This is a very quad dominant exercise, so if you actually want to load your quads, you would just squat. And you'll feel it in your quads pretty quickly, okay? But today we're using it to focus on our toes and ankles. So heels up and loading through the toe. You can even just move around a little bit, okay? That's going to target some of your stabilizing muscles here. Okay, might feel good, might feel a little uncomfortable. Everyone's a little bit different, but this is really good. So doing this for 30 seconds or more, spinning down the bottom, and then have a little rest, then jump back in it. Get some good toe mobilization through there. Okay. And so those are 7 exercises that you can do. They don't take long to help mobilize and warm up your feet and ankles before doing activity, or to help increase some general range of motion in that area as well. Later on, I will do a live for more specific ankle mobilizations to address movement dysfunction and restriction in those, and they require using bands and more weight and a few other various bits and pieces and trigger balls and stuff like that. So we'll look at that at another time. So hope you guys enjoyed the live. Again, we'll be doing these on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:30. Hope you guys got some valuable information and you can apply it in your everyday life. And we'll catch you guys next time. Toodaloo.